Coach, some overall thoughts on the game tonight?
It's good. It's just a good hockey game. I mean, it was extremely intense. It was extremely physical. And it was very proud of the way the guys found a way to win it.
And when you're only going to get 2 swings at a team for league points anyway, how different do these weekends feel now versus last year where you're going to have another chance to get them?
Well, just the fact that we're down to 20 games. The Bruins in Chicago, Bruins I think played 21 or 22 playoff games last year, and Chicago played 23. So, these feel like playoff games when you're down to 20 games. And I thought the whole weekend was playoff hockey. I thought the weekend was very, very good hockey. It was physical hockey. We got a lot better this weekend. I can tell you that, and that's what I'm really excited about. I have a lot of respect for their team right now because I thought they played really hard. I thought Merrimack really played well together, and I think they have very good goaltending.
Can you comment on your team's resiliency? It seemed like you fought back the whole game, and even after Luke's second goal got washed out, your team came right back out and stayed strong on the puck and didn't let that bother them.
Well, I think the key was we got some good leadership in the locker room between the second and the third, and the guys didn't get frustrated. I think last year, if you look back at us and we're a year younger last year, we would have gotten frustrated at a game like that, and we wouldn't have stuck with our game plan. We wouldn't have stuck with what we needed to do. And I thought tonight, we just guys took a deep breath between periods and just said, "Hey, we're gonna go after it every shift, and we're gonna stay together and stick together." And they stayed positive, and I thought that was the key when they could have been frustrated a little bit.
Did you sort of feel like some momentum shifted when you got that goal on the 5-on-3 right at the beginning of that major? And then obviously wasn't able to score again in the major, but still had some possession time being on the puck.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. We felt like we got the building into the game a little bit, and then they get the goal on the power play. And they're just, I think sometimes what happens is it's a mental game a lot because the guys realize how hard it was to score against that team. They're very good defensively. They pack it in around their net. It's tough to get chances and second chances. And when they bounced back and they scored that second goal, it took a little wind out of us. Honestly, it did on the bench because our guys realized how hard it was just to get our first goal. So again, between the second and third period, that's why I'm really happy that we stuck with it. We didn't get frustrated. We showed some good mental toughness, and we went out and just tried to, give it our all in the third period. And fortunately, it worked out.
November's kind of the month when we start to figure out who's who and really what the league's going to look like. Do you feel like you have a decent picture of what your team is now?
Well, I think we found a way to win 2 games this weekend. I thought we found a way to beat BU last Saturday night, all in tight, grinding games. So I'm really happy that we're finding ways to win games, I can tell you that. I thought when we played Miami, I thought they were very good, and they exposed us in a lot of ways. Even though we got some points against them, I thought that was a good wake-up, for us to really show what some big weaknesses are. And we've been working on those, and I think it's helped us, and I think each week, and we just got to keep growing. We have 10 games in the month of November, and now we're done with 4 of them. So this is a long month for us, and it's only going to get tougher when we go up to Vermont next weekend.
This was a sellout again tonight. What is the much increased crowd support mean to you guys?
Well, we got the building back into the game in the second goal, and when you're in your 6th period of the weekend, both those teams were tired. And you guys probably saw at the end of the second period, both teams were tired. They were dragging to get the line changes on the long line changes in the second period. And it was really whoever could get the red line and get it deep was going to get some possession time because the other team was tired. And the fact that, Connor went out and forechecked Derek, and Connor went out and forechecked and kind of got that second goal, it got the building into it, and then that gives us energy. All that noise gave us energy, it gave the bench energy, and gives you a little hop in the step, and I think that helped us. It probably pushed us a little over the edge tonight. So. Yeah, I think it's our fourth sellout in a row, and, you know, it's good for us. We need the fans. The students were great, the band was great. Big props to them. I'm buying them dinner next week.
Thank you, Coach.